ESPN's College Game Day is rolling into Seattle this weekend for the big top 10 matchup in the Pac-12 Saturday between number 8 Oregon and number 7 Washington. There's huge implications on the game, from a possible slot in the Pac-12 title game to even a possible college football playoff berth. To say it's a big game, though, is an understatement, but it means even more to players that have spent their entire lives watching the rivalry. Eugene native linebacker Bryce Betcher is one player who is very familiar with the competition between the Ducks and the Huskies. And with the bigger role on the team this year comes more preparation. And for Betcher, outside of Oregon State, getting a win against Washington means a lot.
Because every year, no matter what we were ranked, what the magnitude of the game is, it's huge because it's bragging rights among family, among friends. I got a lot of family in the Northwest that live up there, and a lot of family that lives in Corvallis. So I take pride in this game a lot. Like I said, though, if it's Oregon versus Oregon, we control the controllables, good things will happen.
Now time for your typical jersey release. Ducks bringing back the eggshell unis with another chrome helmet. Kickoff Saturday at 12:30 p.m. on ABC. Oregon versus Washington is definitely the must-watch game of the week to this slate of college football games, but there's another intriguing matchup on Saturday between number 18 UCLA and number 15 Oregon State. Bruins head coach Chip Kelly is known for running a high-tempo offense. That's what the Beavers will try to slow down on Saturday. The defense has had trouble against tempo this season in games against Washington State and Cal, but OSU believes they'll have to game plan to limit UCLA this weekend.
Football, it's not any different than any other team. If you don't tackle well, you're going to struggle, and we didn't particularly tackle well in both of those games. So those are things that we need to get fixed and get corrected.
When they go tempo, they're probably the fastest tempo team we'll go against this season. So I think that tempo part we've been working on in practice, and so the tempo is definitely a big one.
It's homecoming in Corvallis this weekend. Kickoff Saturday at 5 p.m. on Fox. Pac-12 media days have come and gone in Las Vegas, capped off with the men in the Pac taking the stage in Sin City. But before we hear from the teams, we got to, of course, see the release of the annual coaches poll. Arizona is sitting at the top of the poll with USC and UCLA falling behind. Then we reach Oregon to pick to finish fourth, one spot down from a year ago. Colorado sits at 5, while Arizona State rounds out the first half of the conference poll at 6. Second half of the coaches poll now, Utah picked to finish 7th, Stanford at 8, Washington coming in at 9, on to 10, Washington State with Cal behind them at 11, and for the second year in a row, Oregon State is picked to finish last in the Pac. We'll hear from the Ducks and the Beavers tomorrow. The Las Vegas Aces are just 2 wins away from claiming their second WNBA championship in as many years. Unfortunately for Duck fans, Sabrina Ionescu and Niara Sabally are on the other side of this matchup of super teams, but it's still too early to hit the panic button, as New York has the opportunity to tie up that series tonight. Game 2 in Las Vegas, Ionescu and the Liberty down in the 5-game series. Closing seconds of the first in this one, Kelsey Plum swinging it over to Chelsea Gray, attacking, step back just inside of the three-point arc. She knocks down the mid-range J. The Aces set a finals record for 38 points in the first quarter. New York trailing by 19. On to the second now. Liberty getting out in transition, moving the ball. Benaje Laney getting it in the corner, pumps, drives, kicking it out to Ionescu, and she drills the corner 3. That cuts the lead down to 9. Moving to the third now. Las Vegas pulling away once again. Aces on the pick and roll. Gray, no-look pass over the top to Asia Wilson. She lays it up and in. New York faces elimination and a sweep in Game 3. They fall in this one 104-76.